Buying vacant land, everything you need to know. When buying land, the buyer should be fully aware of all the available options before making up their minds. It's important to now start your research for the surroundings of the 5 stands that you want to purchase. It is easy to get lost in the beautiful views and location of a specific vacant land. There may be a larger piece of land with the same features somewhere else, but if you don't do a comprehensive research of the available options, you will end up regretting in the future. The most important thing when purchasing land is location, location, location. I cannot emphasize that enough. Make a spreadsheet of all the land that is available in the area you want to buy. It can be in a city or a town. Let's make an example with Johannesburg. If you want to buy in Johannesburg, you take the different suburbs, maybe like Sandton, Fourways, Midrand, and then under each suburb, write down all the land that is available in that area, the price and the square meters of each land. Also check how much the land in those areas was sold for. The sale price might not be the same as the sold price, S-O-L-D, sold price. You need to do your homework in order to be able to spot a potential asset or a potential liability. Undeveloped land has lower rates and taxes than developed land. Find out from the municipality how much the rates and taxes are before you build, and how much the rates and taxes will be once your house has been built. Find out from your municipality or your agent what the zoning laws are in that area. These regulate what is allowed in certain areas, so the land may only allow residential buildings or only commercial buildings. For example, you might want to build a 3-story house, and in that area, it might not be allowed. Is the sewage, water, and electrical installations available? Is the land in an established suburb? Make sure you do your homework so that you know what services are available to you. Another thing to consider in building regulations and restrictions, your title deed will stipulate how your property may be used and developed. It will also explain the rights and obligations and privileges that come with owning land. There are costly ways to potentially amend restrictions and suspensions that are on the property. You will also have to keep in mind that specific estates are governed by homeowners association. Once you've narrowed down your search to 5 vacant lands, now the next part of the research starts. Now you know the different locations in your town or cities and what they offer. You know the prices for the land. You know the rates and taxes amount. You know the amount of square meters in each land that you have put in your spreadsheet. You know the restrictions for each land. You know the zoning rights, and you know what type of services are provided. You don't want to buy in an area where there are ladies of the night standing in the streets and selling their bodies. So the only way you can see that is if you come and go there physically. The stand that you have bought, if there's a vacant land which is close to yours and it's too big to be a normal house that will be built on that land, try and find out what will be built in the future. It might be a church site, it might be a school that will be built in the future, or it might be a shopping complex. For you, living in front of a school, a church, or a shopping complex might be a nightmare and might be a deal breaker for you. Take your car again and drive in that area you're interested in purchasing on weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to check the amount of noise levels. There might be a pub, which means the streets might be full of cars. and that can be a nightmare for you. Knowing the type and the kind of soil that your structure sits on can greatly help you to detect problems and even solve some before they arise. Here are the different soil types and their impact on the structure foundation. Clay. This is a soil type that expands when wet and shrinks when dry. When clay is moist, it can easily be moved by the weight of the structure. These changes can cause a great deal of pressure on the building and make the structure to move up and down according to the climate. This is what makes clay one of the most avoided soil for big structures.